Hi!
We're back. It's part 3.
Part 3!
Welcome back. If you're new to our channel, please like and subscribe and
Smash the bell!
yeah. Thanks for showing up for our third and hopefully final. Because really, we're just gonna tell you
Don't
about
have a lot to talk about.
Saturday night. Yeah. So we took the lift from Magic Kingdom, sopping wet, because we had got stuck in the downpour. To Universal City Walk because we wanted to go have dinner over there because they have some really awesome restaurants over there. Let me tell you, I can't wait to go back because I want to try more because there's restaurants I've never seen before. I know there's stuff you haven't seen before.
I really wanted to try the Chocolate Emporium, and that was our plan.
But it was the furthest away in a downpour.
Yeah, we get out of there and look, and I go, okay, so we talked about Margaritaville.
Yeah, because I wanted to go.
And
see where we went.
Jen made me a bet that if we could make a trip
God.
back to San Antonio and eat at Margaritaville, we'd eat at the Chocolate Emporium.
Yes, because there is one in San Antonio that I love to look at when we go there. It's all lit up and it always looks like a good time. So I'm like, please, 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 we'll go. If we don't go at Universal City Walk, we'll go on the Riverwalk in San Antonio. And he's like, absolutely, that's easy because we love San Antonio. So we're like,
but in the middle of this torrential downpour, we look across and I said, okay, so the Chocolate Emporium is way over there, or Margaritaville's right here.
We did throw on our ponchos. So when the lift dropped us off, they drop you off on the top of a parking garage, kind of. It's a covered walk almost all the way right until you get to City Walk. And so we were like, okay, no problem. We're not going to get rained on. Well, right when we got there, it was still torrential downpouring, and we were hangry, and we're like
soaking wet.
And we were soaking wet already. So I'm like, hand me the poncho, put it on. All right, we're good to go. And we just started walking.
And everyone else is crowded. So they have the fast walks where it's like the escalator, but it's on a walkway. And there were people just grouped up at the end because they didn't want
to stop.
Yeah, and we're like, "Excuse me," we're like, "We need to get through here."
We threw our ponchos on. We're like, "We're going. Let's go.
Get out of our way.
Get out of the way." But we got to Margaritaville, which was a little bit of a walk, but not near as bad as the Emporium was. We got there, and they said it was a 45-minute wait, right?
Yeah.
45, 50 minutes. And we're like, well, we're already wet. We're here. We're staying here. And the rain finally kind of let up as we were sitting there. So we ended up taking our ponchos off and hanging out and trying to dry out. But with the humidity, it's virtually impossible. So we hung out, waited, got seated, had a great dinner. Had good stuff.
Did we get an appetizer?
We did. We got cheese curds.
Oh, we did get cheese curds. Oh, and it had the barbecue sauce with it. I wasn't a big fan of the barbecue sauce, but the marinara was pretty good.
Marinara was good. Yeah, so what did I get to eat? I don't even remember. What did I get?
Oh, you got the shrimp Alfredo.
Going, man. Oh, the shrimp scampi.
And it was on spaghetti noodles instead of angel hair. Yeah. And I was like, that looks a little thick, but it's Jimmy Buffett. I mean, he's not going to do things traditional. So
it was, delish, though. It was so good. And then Corey had...
I almost got some fish tacos because you eat fish tacos. But I was kind of in a picky mood, so I got a burger that had onion rings on it. And it was a big burger. It was like a barbecue... onion ring, cheese burger, and I ended up having to cut it up and eat it in little pieces because the bun was falling apart. Everything was falling apart. It was so messy.
Well, the burger was like so juicy, like literally the bottom bun was just mush. But it looked so good. And it was good. Smelled really good. So good. And we got a table right by the stage. There wasn't really, they didn't have any live entertainment going on, but they have TVs with Jimmy Buffett videos and Kenny Chesney videos and all sorts of beachy vibe music going on. It was it was fun. Then we went to their gift shop and I got this, which I absolutely love. It says on the back, it's 5 o'clock somewhere across my shoulders because it is. Thirsty.
Something.
And then a couple of toothpick holders. If you're a Disney fan, you know why I said that. Yeah, so we had some fun at the gift shop, and then we went to Corey's backpack totally ripped.
I had my Jack Skellington in there
as we were leaving.
It started tearing apart by the zipper, and I was holding it, and it just kept ripping further and further, and I needed a new backpack because that was the only thing we packed as a like a suitcase for taking stuff on the plane, and I'm like, I can't take this ripped backpack on the plane.
Oh yeah, it never would have worked the way it ripped.
So we went to I started looking at places that sold backpacks in Universal City Walk, and the Universal store said they had backpacks, but it showed like the little Minion ones, the ones at the little
more for
like
fun.
kawaii type ones that you could put maybe a couple things in. Oh my god! I hope it's not all that.
But we went over there anyways because we were hoping to find some cool Harry Potter stuff.
And we did.
Or Universal stuff, Halloween Horror Night stuff. I was looking for a little bit of So when I was 14 and we went to Orlando, we also did Universal Studios. So I am a huge fan of Universal Studios. And that day I was super happy, just saying. I wasn't cranky. But, so I was looking for everything. My son's huge Marvel fan, so I found him a Corey found it.
Transformers.
Or Transformers.
Autobot
But
shirt.
It looks like a Spider-Man shirt.
It's like the blue digital camo.
Yeah, it's cool.
And a red
but it
Autobots.
Is Transformers shirt I got for him. And then, the Harry Potter stuff.
Oh,
like,
my
dude,
goodness.
we could have totally went broke over there. Mm-hmm. We totally could have emptied our
Drain the bank account, max out the credit cards.
It was so bad. But, like, it was stuff that I'm like, I want to get it when we go to Harry Potter, like the Wizarding World, like wands and stuff like that. I'm like, we did get some stuff, and we'll show you some pictures. We got a couple of ornaments.
We did find a backpack.
We did find a Universal Studios backpack. And it was
a $40 backpack, which I think there was a duffel bag that was $20 if you... Yeah. It looked chintzy.
You could tell that it definitely was $20, and you get what you pay for. So
I did get the Universal one for $40. And then they had a thing that said, you get a free wand if you spend $175. And I said, well, I don't think we're going to spend $175.
And
then we get up to the counter, and we just had our 2 ornaments and the shirt and the book bag. And there was a time turner.
And we were already at like $120.
There was a time turner ornament, like a piece up there.
Which is from Harry Potter, if you don't know.
And I said, Jen, do you want a time turner decoration? And she said, yes. So she gets it, and it's like $173. And I said, what can I get for like $2 that I can get the stupid free wand? Like, it's a $50 wand. So...
I grabbed a thing of mints.
There was $4 I was like, how much is this chocolate bar here? And he goes, $5, or they're 3 for $10. And I'm like, I'll take 3 of them. What flavors do you? And she's like, I'll just get these mints.
We don't want chocolate. Just grab a can of mints. So it was like $4.
I got it. They had I thought it was any wand, but they had 2 special wands
to choose from. It was either Cho Chang, who is a character. He's like Harry Potter's love interest in the beginning of the movies.
Goblet of Fire, yeah.
Or a Death Eater wand, which Mr. Slytherin over here was all about. He was all over that. And it's a cool looking wand. He'll definitely have to...
I'll take a picture of it and post it.
Yeah, put it up here. Because it is cool looking. So we got that. So we spent $175. You're welcome. I just told you that. I don't know why. No, yeah, but there was so much stuff. Like, I wanted a shirt. We wanted towels. Like, we just, like, totally could have decorated our home with Harry
robes.
Potter.
They had
everything.
I was kind of hoping that there would
Jewelry.
be some Harry Potter. Like I think they had a Hogwarts backpack.
Yes.
But it wasn't near big enough that we could have
like
fit
a smaller messenger bag.
that we could have fit our stuff in. But if they'd had a Slytherin bag,
if they'd have had a Slytherin anything, he would have bought it. Well, they did. I shouldn't say that. We got our ornaments. We got one Slytherin, one Ravenclaw. So it was fun looking around in there. They had tons of cool stuff. The Jurassic Park stuff was awesome. Like, everything. The Simpsons stuff. It is a huge store, kind of like walking in a world of Disney. It was a couple of buildings worth, not near as big, but maybe less than half the size. But they had more of them too, because there was 3 spread throughout Universal City Walk, and then there's a couple in Universal, so I guess they didn't need to make it that big. And things were pricey. We're not gonna lie to you. I mean, the shirt I got for my kid is $35. The ornaments were $20 a piece. Stuff is not cheap when you go on vacation, and they know you're a tourist. It's and it's stuff we probably could have ordered off Amazon for cheaper, but we were there.
And we were really looking at the wands a lot.
We were.
And we had kind of made the decision that we don't want to buy a wand from there. We wanted to wait until we could go to Ollivander's inside Diagon.
Yeah.
Did he say Diagon?
Diagon
Alley.
Every time. So yeah, after dinner we went shopping, got all that stuff, and then we headed back. We didn't walk around. It was late. That was
and we were
almost
freezing because we were
really
drenched,
cold.
and then the air conditioning inside Margaritaville
was super cold.
Yeah, so we were like freezing inside there.
Yeah, and obviously we didn't want to get sick and have people think we're the Rona. We had to get on an airplane the next morning,
right?
And we had to be at the airport right around 4:30. So we're like, yeah, time to go back.
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So we got back to the hotel room. Believe it or not, that's when we ate our cupcakes because we couldn't take them on the plane with us. So let's just eat some cupcakes. So we did.
Watched Rick and Morty and
watched a little Rick and Morty and fell asleep. Well, he fell asleep.
I fell asleep.
I could not sleep.
It felt like I had just closed my eyes when she's like, "You need to get up and get ready. We're leaving." Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm one of those people where I set my alarm and I still am afraid I'm going to sleep through it or it's not going to go off. So I just laid there all night. I was like, all right, 3 o'clock.
And this is one time you don't want to be late for a flight because there's so few of them going out. They can't.
And so many people on standby, they're ready to kick you off.
Yeah.
Not that they're going to, but, you could tell just by the way they talk and by the way they treat you kind of when you check in. I recommend online check-ins. You don't have to go through that. We just overhear conversations, obviously. Yeah, and then our flight home was... These 4 flights we took there and back were probably the smoothest flights I have had in a very long time. And before COVID, I flew a lot. I went on probably 2 vacations a year. I would fly to see friends. And the landings, there was 2 landings. We were like, dang.
Yeah.
Did we, it didn't shake, it didn't shimmy, it didn't bounce like a lot of them do. Wow. Like, I paid my compliments to the pilot on our way out because, dang, it was awesome.
So the American Airlines flights back, the seats on American Airlines are a little smaller, and we paid to be in exit rows so we could have more
legroom.
Well,
we won't do that again.
And the legroom was there, but my seat was so scrunched that my leg was
in pain.
Yeah, my leg was falling asleep, and this was the Orlando to Dallas flight, so it was like a 2.5 hour flight.
2 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah.
So every time I would fall asleep, I would wake up because I had a cramp in my leg, and
you can't move.
Yeah, and then I was stuck in that seat.
Yeah. So, I mean, lesson learned. I won't book that again. I was thinking.
Well, the next time we
room?
go, we'll be, we plan on.
We'll talk about that later. But yes,
we plan on slimming down so that we can fit better in some seats.
Yeah. And just FYI, I don't have any problems right now. Knock on wood. Like, I can tighten up that seatbelt really well.
I did need the extender on the American Airlines flights. Both flights, I needed it back.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we landed, and my son picked us up, and we made it home okay, unpacked, and we were ready for work the next morning. It was literally a up and let's go, and went and came home.
It was.
It was a pricey weekend between Uber, souvenirs, because we got stuff for my stepkids. Yeah. We got souvenirs for us, obviously, our Harry Potter stuff, and the tickets to get into Disney World. You don't have to pay to go to Universal City Walk. So you get a nice little taste of Universal without having to pay to get in. But
it's like Disney Springs where it's
like you're shopping, so you're spending more money, obviously.
They have all the stuff there, but it's not, you don't have any rides or anything.
Yeah. So, that was nice. We do know for sure we are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
We're going back.
We are going back.
So, if you have watched all the way through, thank you very much.
You did it! 3 videos!
3 videos. And for watching, we will let you know we booked a trip for next August. Where are we going?
We're going back to Disney World. But this time,
we're doing things a little different this time.
This time it's going to be for a whole week, and we're going to do 4 days in the parks. I don't think we're going to do Epcot, but we're going to do Magic Kingdom, we're going to do Animal Kingdom, and we're going to do Hollywood Studios.
Star Wars fan.
Oh, Star Wars.
And the kiddos.
And then...
Oh, yeah, and we're bringing the kids.
Yes.
This time.
They are excited.
They are super excited. We already told them. Yeah, they're super excited.
And then we have a 4th ticket for if we want to go back, if we don't get everything done. It'll probably be used on Magic Kingdom because that's got the most stuff to do.
The most rides anyways.
Yeah.
Depending on what the kids want. If they want to go back to Animal Kingdom or if they want to go to Epcot, we'll go to Epcot. I'm kind of hoping Disney brings back the park hoppers so we can park hop, and if the kids get bored at one park, we can go to another one. We also are staying on property this time.
Yes.
So that will be new for both of us. Right?
And
we haven't.
We always stayed at in like Daytona Beach or something far away.
Oh yeah, that's quite a drive.
Drove over.
Yeah, we're staying at Disney's Pop Century Resort, which is a bus ride to Magic Kingdom, a bus ride to Animal Kingdom, or we can take this brand new Disney Skyliner to Hollywood Studios or Epcot, which is cool.
And then we have an extra day to play around with. We may go to Universal.
We can't go back and not go. We do have to slim down so we can fit on those rides.
It's hard to say whether we're going to buy because the Harry Potter section, I hate that they did this, but they split it up over 2 parks. So
you have to buy a ticket to both parks in order
to do the Hogwarts and
entire...
Hogsmeade stuff. Yeah. You have to have another park ticket, and you take the Hogwarts Express, which would be amazing.
Which may be okay, and Corey and I have talked about it, and we're gonna get a little healthier, and so we can fit in some of those rides we can't. But having the second park ticket might not be horrible because Islands of Adventure is where the big roller coasters are, and he loves him some roller coasters.
Yeah, but I don't know that the kids really like the big roller coasters.
No, but they have other rides too over there, but just it's not a total loss. Obviously, it's more money.
Yes.
Obviously, it is a lot more money per ticket to buy a 2-day. So it will be something we discuss and not something we need to make a decision about now. Disney, we already have our Disney tickets and reservations. That's not an issue. Once the end of May and June come around, that's when we can start making dining reservations. So that's another change we know that we have to make, is we need to make reservations, especially with 2 little kids, well, a teenager and a preteen, that are going to get hangry like we did, and we're going to bring snacks in for them, but we also want them to have a good meal in the middle of the day, or for dinner or whatever. So we will be making dinner reservations so we have a place to eat. So lessons learned all the way around. We got some good tips from others that have been there recently. Hopefully some things change. They'll bring the fast passes back.
Yeah, because there's going to be some rides that...
I'm really hoping they bring the fireworks back. I was super sad that they weren't doing fireworks. But they canceled. They're not doing their Halloween party that they normally do, which is an extra cost. They do charge extra for their Halloween party, as well as the Christmas party. They're still decorating and doing Halloween parades and things like that, but no more parties, which is the extra. You usually pay to get in. I think it's
about
like 4 hours. It's about $120.
And then if you want to do the private parties with the meet and greets, it's like another $100 on top of that. So,
but they're not doing any meet and greets. All the character interactions now are via parade, or the Country Bear Jamboree, which we missed. They come out on their little balcony and sing and dance and play, but you don't get anywhere near them. So it's not a total loss. It was cool. We saw Mickey and Minnie in 2 different parades, so I was fine with that. I'm good. Obviously, I haven't been able to do a meet and greet, so I don't know what I'm missing. So maybe that's good for me. But who knows? Who knows where things will go from here, how things will go with COVID, and, what permanent changes will look like. If they keep social distancing, man, those lines are short and move fast. And they would stop them and disinfect and everything. So
right before we got on the teacups, they were cleaning the teacups off. They stopped for about, that's an easy one, is about 5 minutes. So
yes, and they don't fill them up. Like they weren't full. They had hand sanitizer before and after every ride, and in a couple of queues they had multiple hand sanitizers before you even got to the ride.
And out of habit, I grab all the handrails and stuff, and Jen's like, quit touching stuff.
I know, I'm like, you're a big kid, you gotta touch everything. But we sanitized all the time, so we didn't really even think about that. It was good. We have some great pictures to show you guys. I can't wait for you guys to see those. If you have any questions or comments, concerns, help booking anything, I'm not a travel agent. I'd love to be one if I could make money doing that.
I'm not a travel agent, but I play one on YouTube.
You're funny. Seeing as he didn't book any of it.
I know a great Red Roof Inn in Lubbock that I could get you booked into.
Don't do it. Oh, Lord, that place was scary. Yeah, so that was our quick trip. We have some other fun stuff hopefully planned coming up. We're talking about going back to Illinois to visit the kiddos. We'll tape some of that. Not the kiddos, of course, but some of our shenanigans. And
I haven't seen my family in a while, so yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get my mom to do a video.
There we go. Face. Oh, his mom's cool. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Hope you made it all the way through, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye. Bye.